Welcome to Man Talk 133, where men unite. We back at it again, my boy. What's happening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on with you?
Ain't nothing, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever y'all need to do, man. Help us get to
That's
like
right.
5,000 subs. All right? Is that too much
Right.
to ask, dog? Like
Yeah,
5,000?
pump it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, come on, dog. Y'all stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so tonight, dog, we got a topic, man. I
What we
know
got?
you can speak on it. And I can
hmm
speak on the some too, but you
hmm
know, I guess the question, well, I guess is yeah, because how is a question. How to have
Right.
a
Yeah.
great marriage, right?
hmm
That's the question. That's the top question.
Right.
But some people don't have good marriages and they end in
Right.
divorce, dog.
Right.
So question for you. Why do
hmm
you think, I ain't gonna tell your business, you can tell them what you want to tell them. Why do you
Right.
think divorce is at an all-time high right now, dog? The
Man,
divorce rate is
it,
high.
yeah, that non-communication, man. It's communication. That's
Yeah,
that's the
and
main one right there.
let me give y'all statistics so y'all know what I mean when I say it's high. And
hmm
this is from the CDC. The divorce rate in the United States is around 42%, which is
hmm
2.4 divorces per thousand people. That's
Man,
high.
that's
This
high.
rate was based on the CDC, and then another rate as they break it down by order.
Right.
Um, the marriage rate, divorce rate by marriage order, 40 to 50% of marriages
hmm
end in divorce. First marriage.
Man.
The second one, 60 to 67% of second marriages end in divorce, and
Really?
73% of third marriages end in divorce.
Wow, I wouldn't have never guessed on
I
that
wouldn't
second one.
either. Me either. I would have never guessed it either. But you think about it, like if you heard some people that say they got divorced, some of them, you're not, but
hmm
you different, right? Some of them have
Right,
four, five. This is my
right,
third, fourth time. It's
right. And I mean, I reason why I say the second one, maybe I fall into the what is it? You said 62%, 67 on the second
six,
one?
yeah, 60 to 67% of people of second marriages end in divorce. So you in that 33, 30, 40 to
Man,
37%.
yeah, because this my second one is their night and day from my first one,
Right. Mm-hmm.
wife or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the first wife, you know what I'm saying, it was what it was, we was young or whatever,
Yeah.
and no, like I said, no lack of communication and all that, and
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess about being, get married younger
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, however you want
Mm-hmm.
to use it, then the thing come up when you switch jobs. So I
Yeah.
guess once you switch jobs, about being young or whatever, she
Mm-hmm.
got with some, the first one she got with some more girls, single females that like to go out a lot. You know what I'm saying? It
Say
just
that
is what
part
it is.
again, dog.
That
Single
like
and
to
you
go out a
married
lot.
don't mix.
Yeah, right. And then that started causing friction. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of that was with the first one. So and then it get to a point where you can't tell nobody nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You try to, you try even when you try to communicate, you can't tell nobody nothing. Then that's when the arguments start. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And
Yeah. And
cause
to
you
spiral
trying to
out of
get it through.
control.
Yeah, cause you trying to get it through their head. Like I see the changes in you, and they don't see it. You know,
Yeah.
you
And
know
it
what I'm
go
saying?
left.
So
It
and then
go
go
left
left, yeah.
real quick. You
Right.
know,
But
so,
my
uh-huh.
second one, that's why I say I'm in that wasted at 33%.
Yeah, you're in the 40 to 37%. Yeah.
Right. Because it's night and day, she's not like that. They're two
Mm-hmm.
different, people, whatever, not comparing them, but she's, it's more of a family type vibe.
And then you a
You
little
know what I'm
older
saying?
too, so you ain't
Yeah.
really. Then
Right.
sometimes, man, when you get in like marriages,
hmm
relationships in general,
hmm
it could be where once you, like you said, you say it so many, you trying to say, listen, 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 listen. I'm telling you, you don't need to be hanging around with these single people all the time. Why you
Man.
still going out with them? And after a while,
Right.
it get to the point like you like,
Yep.
just you do
Yep.
you, then I do me. We'll be
Right.
just fine. So let me ask you,
Right.
how do you think the divorce rate in the U.S. got? Like, I know you mentioned, and I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna shock you in a minute. The one
Okay.
you said ain't really what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right,
I'm
so
waiting to hear which one that one is.
just
Okay. Yeah, let's
it's
go.
it's, it's
Let's get
number
it.
two. It's number two.
Okay.
Um, but how do you think like a guy like this, like I know you said like once you get to a certain point, it's
Hmm.
just like people just like whatever. Like, you know what? You go your
Right.
way, I go my way, and whatever. But the number one reason of why a guy like this is
Okay.
commitment, the lack
Right.
of commitment.
And
You
then
know that,
I was gonna say that too.
yeah, that's what it is. It's lack of.
Well, somewhat the way you said it.
I thought, man, that it would be, like finances
Hmm.
and stuff
Oh
like
no.
that, and then, but it's like number one is lack of commitment, and
Right.
I think the reason why the divorce rate is so high right now is for one, they the lack of commitment, and they have too many options. You got some people get married, stay
Yeah.
married 3 months. It ain't work. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean,
The
hey,
least the least little argument, that's
I'm
gonna
out.
give them that's gonna give them an out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It ain't
exactly.
like you said, no more commitment. And then, like with that number being so high now, it's like you got, like you said, the least little argument. And then, like you said, with the social media, you got people in your inbox or your DMs or whatever.
Yep,
So it's
yep.
almost like you said, you got options. Like, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna put up with this.
I ain't got to
I
put
see
up with it,
somebody over
dog.
here. I see somebody who that look good too. You know what I'm saying?
And then they feel as though the grass is greener, but
Right,
it ain't never that ever in
right,
life that. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
You
And
right,
I know the grass ain't never, ever,
right.
ever greener on the other side.
That's
So,
right.
but they always think it is, and that lack of commitment, man, like, being committed to nothing, it ain't going, I don't care what it is, it ain't going to work out.
Right.
It don't matter. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, but they said community, somebody, every time, y'all, excuse me, but every time I get all day, I had to put this
Hmm.
in all day.
Right.
I've been had this phone on my side in my pocket. There ain't nobody want
Right.
to call it. Soon as I get up here to share this information with y'all, folk want to call. I was just like, bro,
Right.
I mean, come on, dog. My bad. I had to
Right.
do a little rant, dog. But
Right.
all right.
Go
Now
ahead and
number
let it out. That's
yeah,
how it
yeah.
happens sometimes. Go and let it out.
I'm just saying, bro. Like I said, hey, give me a minute. They call right back.
Right.
Anyway, dog. All right, so uh, communication.
Hmm.
I'm trying to communicate with them. Guess
Right.
what they said? Being a good listener is critical. I text them and say, hey, give me a minute. They call right back, doc. Communication is
Right.
key, dog. You know what I'm saying? So number two is commitment. I
Commitment.
mean,
Okay.
number two is communication. Number one is
Communication.
commitment. Yeah.
Commitment. Okay.
Yeah, being a good listener is critical. After a long day, your spouse may want to unload their worries to move
Hmm.
on from the day. You have to show love
Hmm.
towards them by listening attentively. And I
That's
mean,
true.
you gotta, even though you don't want to, dog, you gotta sit there and take them punches.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying? You got,
true. You know what I'm saying? That's you kind of pretty much where I know for us anyway, for me anyway, we handle that around the dinner table.
yeah, yeah,
You know
just
what I'm saying?
talking.
So
Hmm.
yeah, so we kind of handle that around the dinner table, decompress or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, yeah,
our
yeah.
school and work and all that, we get it all, right there together in one group at
Hmm.
one time.
At
Yeah.
once, so you ain't got to go
Yeah.
in this room and cancel this one, and come
Right.
out and go in, go in that room and cancel that one.
Right. Yeah, we get it all together.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
but I failed to say, y'all, like, how do we, I failed to ask the question, how do we fix it? First one is
Mm-hmm.
commitment. Number two is communication.
Right.
Number three is physical affection. Whether your spouse travels to see you on the weekends or wherever the case is, hugging and kissing
Mm-hmm.
has many benefits. You even dogs need affection, dog.
Yeah.
You got one, doc. He lay on his back
Right.
and need his stomach rubbed, doc.
Man, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Hey, but you know what though? With the funniest thing you said about that. So let me ask the people this. I'm gonna flip that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
How do they feel like when you say when you got a significant other that's says stay long distance relationship?
Yeah.
Because for me, I think that's I don't know. I don't really know if I can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna tell you,
if
I can't. Well, I'm gonna
I
give you a
can't,
small example. Like Keisha
right.
traveled. She used to
Well,
travel
okay.
with
Right.
respiratory.
Right.
Now that right there is tough because you now you let your spouse go. So she was in Florida, Georgia, South
Mm-hmm.
Carolina, uh, I think Florida, Georgia, Atlanta, somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
three or four places. So
Right.
now you sitting, you go. I always went and checked the place out, the area, do my research on it. We ride up there, check it out,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, see what it's like, find the best areas in town to stay. And
Mm-hmm.
it's still though like I coming home to an empty bed, dog. It ain't, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But I guess, like I don't want to say it's different or any different, but I'm gonna use this analogy like it's
Uh-huh.
different from what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about. I might be going off to the left or the right a little bit,
Oh
but
no, you good,
like
dog. You good.
with the husband and the wife,
Uh-huh.
outside of working, she might have
Oh,
to
I
travel
got
to
you. I
work.
got you.
But I'm talking
I
about
got you.
with the you dating or you about to your fiance,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she living in Virginia and you living in Raleigh.
I'm gonna tell
Like
you right now.
that's like for instance, she might be living in Virginia Beach somewhere or
Yeah.
Richmond
Uh-huh.
or DC, and you living in
Mm-hmm.
Raleigh. You know what I'm saying? On time, you kind of get this, kind of like, yes, I'm assuming you
On
make
the
it happen on the
weekend,
weekend. That's kind of,
it can get
in some,
costly. It
right. And
get
some
costly
people,
too.
yeah, some people that, that long distance relationship like that is even further, like from
Yeah.
North Carolina to New York or something
Yeah.
like that. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
Texas or wherever.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know. You
That's
know
a
what I'm
tough one,
saying?
dog. Because let me go back through the list, Doc. You
Yeah.
got to have commitment, serious commitment.
Yeah.
You got to have some serious communication.
Yeah. Cause
But the physical affection,
that and that goes to that ties right into your physical
right?
affection because it's like you like a phone call can't do it. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
just can't.
I'm gonna want to set eyes, FaceTime, and ain't gonna do it. I'm just want,
No. Yeah.
just want to be, here with you, with me
Yeah.
or
It's
whatever. Want you
different.
here
It's
with me or
different.
whatever. Yeah.
Like you said, it's
So
different, dog.
yeah, so that's kind of that's kind of deep right there
It is, man.
for the new people that's that's
Trying to do that.
in yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you, dog. You got to have a physical touch, man, because like you said, it's they said it boosts the release of oxytocin and hormones
Mm-hmm.
associated with that some are associated with your hormones that make you,
Right.
it do, in other words, it do something to you. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Right.
touch,
Right.
physical touch. And when you missing that element in any marriage,
Mm-hmm.
dog, you can be like the communication piece where you can miss that if you want to. Come in the house because
Right.
you done had a bad day and don't want to talk.
Right.
It's
Right.
it's different.
And for the people like we was talking about with the long distance, I know we talking about the physical touch.
Hmm.
Yeah, we may be talking about physical touch, but a lot of cases it may not even have to be sexual. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Hmm.
As long as you in the household with me, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I'm in North Carolina and you in Texas and
It's
we trying to get this thing off the ground and I don't see you every day, I got to see you like once a month or once every 2 weeks or something. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
tough.
It's
Other than you walk
you know,
around in a hotel room on, whatever
right,
FaceTime or whatever you own, it's different. It's totally
right,
different than me walking downstairs laying eyes on
Mm-hmm.
you. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
different.
And see, it's still, and it is even different with your situation, like you said, with Keisha, like when she was traveling, you know what I'm saying? Like, a couple of weeks, she that's the job,
Yeah,
she gonna
that's
be
the
back, you
job.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like, you living in Florida and
Yeah,
you
we ain't
living in
doing none of that.
Carolina, there's something different, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't doing none of that. That's a
Right,
fact. I can tell you that.
right.
You that's the fastest way for somebody to get separated. Well, look, check this out. I'm gonna take this job and I'm gonna move to Florida and I'm gonna
Hmm.
set up everything. While
Right.
you here back in North Carolina, I'm setting up everything for you to come. And then, bro,
Hmm.
they take them longer than what they thought we gonna take it. We going on
Right,
a year now. We doing all this traveling back and forth and spending money. It ain't gonna work,
right.
dog. You gonna
And
have to
if we're
come
gonna
back to
do something,
Carolina.
right, if we're gonna do something like that, we're gonna make the movement, we're gonna make the move together. You know what I'm
Together.
saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And the physical affection, like you said, hugging and kissing, like I said, has benefits. Research
Hmm.
shows that it reduces stress, can lower
Hmm.
blood pressure, and help with relaxation. You think
Right.
about that. Like you think about though
Hmm.
what you're saying though. The Bible said it's not good for man to be alone, right? So you think about you take a
Right.
man and he gonna go travel wherever, go set up everything, or his wife
Hmm.
gonna go travel and set up everything, and
Hmm.
they just living in two different locations. And bro, I
Right.
don't know. I just don't know how that would work. Like
Right.
I don't know. I'm talking about for me. Some people they may be like, you know what? I'm glad
Yeah.
they gone.
Yeah, they can handle it. Right. Right.
I'm just saying, they like, hey, bro, when you trying to move down here, I don't know. I give me a couple more months. I might try to
Hmm.
do. Are you still there, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again,
You got another call.
somebody called me again, dog.
We
I'm
good
telling
though.
you,
We
man.
are. Yeah, we straight. But
You heard
like,
me?
what's her name? That yeah, I still
Okay.
hear
All
you
right.
good. Yeah, everything's
Got it.
straight. Yeah, just like the actress Shirley Lee Ralph. I think that's her name, Shirley Ralph. She's
Hmm.
like that. Like
Hmm.
not too long ago we said that on TV or whatever. Like she live in, I think it's, I want to say LA, and but her husband live in New York, or either vice versa. And they've been married for how many, a lot of years. And she was like, it works fine for them. But like you were saying, that's a rarity. Maybe, some people,
That's
he be like, I'm glad she gone. And
that's definitely a rarity, cause bro, you
yeah,
think about it.
yeah,
Think about that.
yeah,
Now
she
go ahead.
might
Go
be
ahead.
like, no, she might be good. So like, I'm glad he gone, and vice versa. They both of them might be glad they gone, but they just keeping, to keep whatever they got. You know what I'm saying? They just,
Exactly. So they
deal
won't have
with
to
it.
come
But
split their stuff up. Like you think about, if you got a
right.
certain amount of net worth and you making a certain amount together, it's best to be like, look, you stay here,
Mm-hmm.
I stay here. It's what it
Mm-hmm.
is. We come out, we do a show. You go do what you gotta do. You go back that way, I go back this way. I mean,
Right.
that could be what it, how it is. But the next one is compliment, don't
Mm-hmm.
criticize.
Right.
Well, we guys,
Yeah.
we, I'm gonna tell you right now, boy. When you're going about your day, it's easy to notice and to comment on things our spouse did that we might do differently. In other words,
Mm-hmm.
they said it, criticize it like, hey,
Right.
why you take the trash out like that, and or at this time and blah blah blah. I took the
Mm-hmm.
trash out, didn't I? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, what difference do it? What difference
Some
do it make,
some
dog?
right.
I'm about to fix that, y'all. Don't worry about it. We going to
Oh, you
airplane
good.
mode.
Yeah, you good. Yeah,
Yeah.
some people don't even take the trash out. So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's my point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
So
like you
mhm,
said, man, it's just it like you gotta start being, like, more loving, hey,
mhm.
I mean, even though I don't know, we talked about this one time before, dog, like,
What's that?
about, somebody like they had to, if it don't look right,
Hmm.
if you ain't got nothing nice to say, dog, it's all
Right.
right. I ain't got the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause some
Right.
folk, they go like, bro, you need to go down there and
Hey,
tell them to get your money back, doc.
hey, you talking about spouse? Or it,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
definitely can't tell them that their hair ain't right.
But let me ask you
I
this though. Let me
I
ask
know what's gonna happen. I ain't never did it, but I seen some people that
me
have
either.
done it.
Right. And it don't
I'm
end
smarter.
well.
I'm smart enough. I'm smart enough to know that.
But and it don't end well. Doc. Like so, like for
Right.
example, like now would it make a man a liar
hmm
if his wife came home and looked at the hairdo and like,
hmm
hi, hey, how I look? And they be like, it's nice. It's cool.
hmm
Now,
hmm
do you think they can kind of force him in the line? Because if he don't say it look nice, they're gonna tear the house up. Or you know what I'm saying? What do you think about that? Because sometimes guys just they have to say it. You cannot
Right.
say it
Right.
don't look right.
That's a good question, and it's a hard one. I've been fortunate enough. My wife, she wears her natural hair, and
Yep.
and she wears it, cut or whatever, nice, nice cut or whatever. She wears it
Uh-huh.
nice, and so I don't have that. Even if she wear her hair long, because she grow her hair out and she
Hmm.
wear it long, I don't
Yeah.
really have no, but I've been
I
fortunate
don't
not to
either.
been in that. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. I don't have them issues. Keisha keep her hair,
Right.
short, kind of
Yeah.
cut short. And,
Right.
I don't even when she had it out long, I just like, hey, I mean, I like it. You like it, I love it. I don't have
Right.
it looks nice on you, whatever. But
hmm
I'm like you, I never been the one that would be like, you sure you want to ask me this question?
But see, I can understand the question that you asking.
Yeah.
To each his own. I don't know who
Mm-hmm.
wears this style or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
you seen the styles with with some of the females. Might shake
Mm-hmm.
a little ruffle a little feathers, but
Yep. Yep.
with the yellow and green stuff on top of their head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's my
you know what I'm
that right
saying? Like,
there with the
you
baby
know,
hair, and you're like 50, 60.
yeah,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. So I don't really, we don't have to really deal with that type,
I don't
hairstyles.
have to deal with it that
I
at
think that's
all.
a, I think that's a younger, may not some, it be some older people that do that, but
Yeah.
it's kind of, I
Yeah.
guess that's kind of like a club vibe or something. You know what I'm
I
saying?
I guess, but that's what I'm saying.
You
Like,
know,
do they force their husband into lying because he don't want to hurt their feelings, but he
right?
know on the inside that ain't for you. You 65. You're a usher at church. Why you got baby hair, the little baby hair, but you
Yeah,
too old and it's gray. You got gray.
yeah,
You
yeah.
force my man you force him into a tough spot because he like, gosh, I don't like it, but I don't want to tell her I don't like it
hmm
because it's gonna hurt her feelings. I don't, Lord, I just want to know, Lord, do you show them grace in that situation when they say it look nice and they know it don't?
Right.
You know what I'm
Because I mean,
saying?
I don't want to, I got is no other way to say it, like with those hairstyles that I'm talking about. But I guess, to chalk it up, it got to be
Mhm.
said. A lot of the hairstyles that you probably talking about, like this like really off the wall looking. There's no ones
Mhm.
like, like you might see, in the
Yeah.
hood. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. With
You know what I'm
all the
saying?
different colors and all that stuff
Yeah,
going
and
on and stuff
it may
like
be
that.
and it may be standing straight up on top of their head or something like
I
that.
got
You know
what
what
you're
I'm saying?
saying.
Yeah,
Hmm.
those kind of styles, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll be kind of like, you know,
And some guys, they may love it. They may see it and be
love it.
like,
Yeah.
boy, that right there, do something to me. You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
why I
And
said that's why that's why I said I think it may be some, like a lot of them do that, like probably like really on the club scene real
yeah,
hard.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
real
saying?
hard. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you got to say, men, you got to say, hey, thank you for cooking. Even though you may not like it,
Yeah.
hey, thanks for cooking. Thanks for ironing my clothes. You
hmm
know, thanks for washing the clothes. Thanks for
Right.
everything you do. Keisha, thanks for cooking, Keisha. Thanks for
Right.
washing clothes. Thanks for going to work because some people don't go to work. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So you got to tell them thank you because, Doc, if you don't and they just feel like they just doing it, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody appreciate it. After a
Mm-hmm.
while, they get tired of it. They gonna be
Right.
like, bro, come on.
And back to the back to the divorce thing for the guys. I'm gonna speak on the guys. I can speak on myself. You know what I'm saying? Um, when if you get divorced or whatever, after you done took your lumps
Mm-hmm.
on the chin or whatever, cause you gonna take some lumps
Oh, for sure. I
with that
believe
divorce.
that.
If you got kids involved, you're gonna take some lumps. So after you take your lumps, don't be afraid to get back out there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because the second time you're gonna probably meet somebody that's better than
Yeah.
the first one,
Mm-hmm.
or with
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more toned down than the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So because I seen so many guys, they have let may have let a few good ones get away
Because of their
because of
self-esteem. They don't want to
right,
get out there. They
right.
hurt.
You know what I'm saying?
A
Yeah,
fragile little fragile ego, doc. They don't want to get it
yeah,
cracked again. So they like, I know
right,
she's good, but it's too good to be true. I don't know if
right,
she for real though, because she told me
yeah,
all this stuff. She done bought me this. The last one did the same thing. I don't know if
right.
she real or not. What if, and then you get the ones that have been through marriages about 6 times. They start talking to you. Just the ones you
Yeah,
need to stay away from, man. I'm gonna tell you right now,
yeah,
my first, second, and third wife did the same thing. Man, you wait about
right.
6 months down the road, see what happened. I'm telling you. And
And
then you
another and
go.
right, and another thing we could clear up too while we're on this topic too is
Mhm.
when you get out there, like you got out of one divorce, getting back out there. Don't turn no females down because they got kids or a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Cause these days, like this climate, man, you ain't gonna find nobody that don't have at least one or two kids.
For
You know what I'm
real.
saying? It just is what it is. I mean, hell, you got two kids yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. So how you gonna
But
think
you
you can find a woman with no kids?
right, you know what I'm saying? So,
Well, they
and I
joke is
mean,
crazy, boy.
yeah, cause you had some guys out there, man. I seen some guys on podcasts stuff like, oh man, y'all suckers for being stepdaddies and all that. Like, y'all crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
turn
I
out a
don't
good
agree with that at
woman.
all.
Yeah, you turn
Right,
out a good woman for that. Because she got
right.
one child. And eventually, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Eventually, if she got one and they like 10 or
Mm-hmm.
11, you got
Yeah.
7, 8 more years, they out.
Man, before you know it, it's over.
It's
Five,
over.
cause most time like 15,
Yeah,
16,
for sure.
they're
Yeah.
gonna be trying
They
to
doing their
drive, you
own
know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna
that's
try, you
true.
know what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of guys, I think a lot of guys, they kind of don't want to get back out on that.
Hmm.
Like I said, they meet girls, they have a good girl and, they kind of shade
Hmm.
them or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because they got
You
a
know,
kid.
and
Now
don't
she
worry about
got
what no,
4. Come
yeah,
on, y'all. She got 4 or
yeah, them
5.
that, yeah, now that's something different. And then you got
Wait a
sometimes,
minute. That's something different.
yeah, it might be something different, but then you got this going on too now, you
Hmm.
know, because you got the ex when you get ready to get you a good one or get you what you going don't
You said
never
they
turn down
coming.
that because the ex she out there doing what she doing right, but she gonna try to knock you because you got so all of a sudden you got somebody in the picture that's new, right? Been there, done that.
Right, right. Exactly.
Got
I know
got
you
wore the
have. I
t-shirt,
haven't, but I'm
whatever.
just saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Been
saying.
there, got
So
the t-shirt.
yeah, got the t-shirt and all that.
Mhm.
So, but that's what I kind of tell you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to meet you
Mhm.
a nice woman or whatever,
Yeah.
female or whatever.
Take it slow.
Don't yeah, you know what I'm saying. But don't act like you don't want to do it because you may be afraid of what the ex gonna. That's what she is. She an ex. You
For
know what I'm
real.
saying?
And then you
Like I said,
got
I've been through
go
all that,
back through
man.
the list, dog. Go back through the list, bro. Commitment, communication, physical affection. If you ain't
Mm-hmm.
had none of these, compliment, don't criticize. Then the next
Mm-hmm.
one is little things matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
little stuff for it ain't got to be big. Like, some guys want to
Mm-hmm.
do it so big. Like, hey, for her 50th, well, we're
Right.
gonna rent out the hotel. We're gonna try to rent out a whole floor on the Renaissance. Like, bro, you know how much that costs a night? It's like
Right.
250 a night, dog. You know how many rooms? There you
Right.
go. Now you doing all of this for one night. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't saying if you got the bag, handle it. If
Mm-hmm.
you ain't, and you got to start pulling out retirement and doing all this other kind of stuff
Nah,
just for
yeah,
one
don't do
night.
that. Right.
And then if they ain't
Right.
happy, because if they ain't happy when you do all of that, then you done wasted
Mm-hmm.
down. That probably, man, you talking about the Renaissance? Boy, you talking about one floor probably cost you about 10 grand.
Right,
That's
man.
just for the room. They ain't including the food for all the people you gonna bring. I
Right.
started to call them something else, but I called it.
Right.
But
Right.
you got all of them coming, all of them
Mm-hmm.
gonna eat, all of them gonna, not to mention
Mm-hmm.
that you're responsible for anything that people get drunk, tear the rooms, all the pieces, all that. So look for
Right.
little stuff to do, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't got to be grand. Just buy a little
Right.
card and flower, whatever. You got to find out what she likes. I mean, you
Right.
married to her, you ought to know what she like.
Right. And another thing real quick, I add on with that back with
Hmm.
the divorce. Like I
Hmm.
said, since I can speak on that,
Yep.
like when you said I take for what you said, take it slow.
Yeah.
When you take it slow, because this is what I'm alluding to. When you take it slow, like especially if you have kids,
Hmm.
because when you get ready to start the mingling or whatever or dating somebody else, you
Hmm.
take, like I said, you take it slow because you got kids too, right? And see, the mother of your kids are going to try to
Hmm.
turn their kids against the
Yep.
new woman that you're talking to
For sure.
or trying to
Every
talk to.
time.
So yeah, so you got to kind of, like I say, take it slow or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't just, rush the female up on the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because the
Yeah.
kids eventually, like you do, is take it slow. The kids they're more like they're gonna take a liking to the, you
Yeah.
know,
Can't just throw them in there. You can't just throw them in and admit
right,
this your new mama. They're like, what?
right. You know what I'm saying? Because their mama gonna be throwing a fire. Oh
This
yeah,
your
yeah.
this your
She
new
ain't this, she ain't that. You don't even know her,
this
but
your
you
new
don't want me to
mama.
have nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
But
you've
you,
been through three
right.
guys since we broke.
Right. You having all the fun. You don't want me to have nobody. So now you
None.
gonna paint the picture to the kids that she bad or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So,
I'm trying
it's
to
a lot of
tell you,
stuff that's
man.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's tied up into that. You can kind of work it out slow, you know what I'm saying? With that.
The key thing that's coming from little things matter
Mm-hmm.
is that
Right.
women want to be loved, men want to be respected. If you can
Right.
remember that, it's gonna be all good, Doc. If you don't
No doubt.
remember it, you're gonna have a problem.
Right.
Know your spouse. I was just talking about that. You got to know what they like.
Mm-hmm.
That you got to know what
Right.
make them mad and what make them happy. And if you know
Mm-hmm.
you being spiteful, Doc, if you say, "Hey, can you just please put gas in the car. Stop leaving it on E. Because I got to get up early in the morning. Ain't that no. And last 3 days, I had to pray to work that I get to a gas station that's open.
Right.
And we had this discussion. You come in the next day and you don't tell me that it don't
Right.
that it need gas. You leave it like I get up the next morning,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you amp up a little bit, like, yo, this the fourth time this week. You could have told me last
Right.
night I could have went and got it. Now,
Right.
if
Could have
you know
gassed
that
up.
tick him off, why keep doing it? Like, know your spouse, Doc. If you know that she don't like you to do certain things.
That's on purpose.
That's why I said.
that's that's on purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to get under your skin. Now I'm gonna get him. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a test people can take too, man, to find out about your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
You probably, I don't know if you've done it or not. It's called the five love languages. It's like a
No, I
test you
don't
can
think I did
take.
that.
Yeah, it's called the five love language. You take the test
Mm-hmm.
and you can see what your what I forgot what the name of it is. Whether you like words of affirmation, you like time, you
Mm-hmm.
like gifts, you like it'll give
Mm-hmm.
you a kind of a based on the questions that you
Mm-hmm.
ask. It's I would tell people too. I ain't saying it ain't all the way 100 foolproof
Mm-hmm.
because
Right.
you can answer. One day you may get up and answer it, and the next day you might be feeling a different way, and you might get a different. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but it's pretty accurate if you sit down and answer it. the five love
Mm-hmm.
languages actually, pretty good.
Okay.
That these are the five languages that they talk about. Physical
Mm-hmm.
touch. You got to know if they like physical touch. Acts of service, gifts, quality time, words of affirmation. Now, if you know she like acts of service and all you want to do is get words of affirmation, like that ain't getting her clothes ironed. You know what? I tell you what, you know how to
Right.
wear that dress.
Right.
But then I got to go iron it though. You ain't gonna try to iron it for me or nothing. Or whatever the
Right.
case is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But those are
E-
the five love languages.
yeah, even if they, like you talking about, like use the ironing method,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
even if they accustomed to iron, they like, cause sometimes they like to iron their own things.
Yeah.
Still ask them anyway.
Yeah. There you
Hey, you
go.
want me to get that? I'll knock this out while you do something else. And they be like, no,
Yeah.
I got it. I got to do this anyway, or whatever, whatever, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just, kind of ask them anyway.
Yeah. If
You
they
know what I'm
like
saying?
physical touch, Doc, why you keep trying
Mm-hmm.
to do quality time? Now to their credit, they could tie
Mm-hmm.
in together because the quality time could lead into physical touch. Now
Right.
those two could tie together, but if they like gifts, physical touch just ain't gonna words of
No,
affirmation ain't gonna make up for that,
no,
Doc. Keisha,
no.
you a gift person, and I know it. See, I know it.
because because like you were saying, the physical touch and all that tie in, like I said earlier, it
Mm-hmm.
may not, it's part of it, but on occasions it may not be sexual. I mean,
Yeah,
the physical touch
right.
is, y'all can just lay up in the couch or the bed together and watch a movie or something.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
That's,
then and
you
and
know,
then, like you said, that's a physical touch. You in each
right,
other's presence. But if
right,
you in California and you got somebody down in New York and y'all just flying back and forth,
man.
it ain't work. Y'all gotta see almost each other every other day almost to pull that off. Just
Yeah, man,
about.
that's tough, man. And then, like you said, you got so many options now. Like, what have happened if, not saying that it'll happen like that, but
Hmm.
more times than not, it does happen.
Yeah.
With like, you in Cali and you in New York. Okay,
Hmm.
so you over there for 2 weeks, like, I ain't gonna be able to see her but once a month. Like with
Hmm.
all these options, they on Instagram and all that, they might, they might have a side piece around the corner
Right.
or something.
And
You
I,
know what I'm saying?
and I get to the people so they can understand it better. To the
Yeah,
to the to the to the boys been out there in the military. They got them dear Johns when they was in Iraq or
yeah.
wherever they was,
I
or
I
the
seen them.
Gulf. Right. You see what I'm
I seen
saying?
a lot of those, boy.
You see what I'm saying? So that time apart, bro, it's just that they don't work too good. Like especially they young too. They ain't trying to sit around and wait 6 months for you to come back
Right,
for a week or two and then go back for another 6 months. Then you come back for another 2 weeks, and that's your 30
right.
days gone.
Yep.
Somebody going, bro, this thing, and most time they get deployed 12, 16 months, bro. Just don't get
Yeah.
married, bro, if you're going to be doing
Right.
all that till y'all get
Yeah.
everything situated.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad I won't. Well, I seen a lot of them dear Johns, boy. And boy, they won't. Them boys won't.
They won't
They
happen.
won't handle it. Yeah, they won't handle it too well either, boy. It
I'm
was. It
trying to
was. It
tell you.
was. I felt.
Yeah.
Man, I was checking them boys out. We trying to talk to them fellas, man. It felt like we got one ourselves. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? That's how it is. They be sitting there
Yeah.
like, you know, it's bad. It's a bad thing,
Mm-hmm.
but they tell you. I know now they may have had them then. I think they call specialized POAs, power of
Mm-hmm.
attorneys, because back in the
Okay.
day they assign it
Mm-hmm.
total, and them boys come back, house gone, car gone,
Yep.
money gone,
Yep.
all that. They come back to absolutely nothing. They didn't sign
Nothing.
everything over. And
Yep.
now I think it's more specialized. It's specific for this. You
Mm-hmm.
can't sign for this. You can't sign for that without him. If you got to do it, you're gonna have to wait till he get back. You can't
Right.
go sell the house, take the money. He come home, everything gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
And
was
they
a
gone. And they get the
yeah, that
letter
was
over there, that dear John.
yeah, there was a lot of nightmares, boy, with that them boys coming back, man. The
Yeah.
girls, and like you said, took their money, bank account gone. You know
Gone.
what I'm saying? They sending all
Nothing.
the money home. Yeah,
And
man, it's
gone.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And the last one dog on the list
Hmm.
is say I love you. If your
Hmm.
if your spouse say I love you
Hmm.
and you say, well, we cool, we got a problem.
Every morning we do that every
We
morning
everybody we do too, dog.
on the way out, man. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, we said we cool.
Yeah, we cool. You're like, what? We cool. We
Nah,
straight. You know what I'm saying? We straight. I see you when you get back. You was like,
man. Yeah,
you better start
that's
planning
wild
that.
right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's wild right there. He looking for an exodus.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely saluting with his left hand, like I'm about to be out this baby, doc. Or she, if she tell you, hey, I love you, and, he or she say, or whichever one say, and they be like, we cool, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. I care
Nah.
about you. You like care about me. I just done laid my heart out there, doc. They tell you that I love you, and you gonna say we cool? Like that
Right.
right there. If anybody heard that and you in a uh engaged,
Hmm.
take
Right.
off.
And
Go ahead and
fellas,
take off.
I know we hard by nature. We
Yeah.
hard. We
Yeah.
hardcore. But you can say, you can tell your wife or your girl, I love you. You
Or
know
your
what I'm saying?
kids. Hey, I
Or
love
your
you,
kids,
boy.
yeah. You
Yeah.
can tell, yeah, you can tell them that. Now I know we hardwired by nature, but you
Yeah.
can tell them that. Ain't
Uh,
nobody gonna clown you for that.
for telling
You
your
know what I'm
son, hey
saying?
boy, I love you. Get over here, boy. I love you.
Right. You know
They
what I'm
be like,
saying?
if you can't tell him that, like, hey man, be a man, boy. I ain't got to tell you I love you. I love you. No, I don't. You
Right.
just talk junk to me for the last 30 minutes, and told me how bad of a child I was. Then you go tell me I don't know you love me, dog. And remember
Right.
you talked about this one time, long time ago, and
Hmm.
we was talking about you said some men ain't never heard, some guys have never heard their dad say they love them. Not never.
Right. Right.
You think
Right.
about that. They 50 and they still thinking about that.
Yeah, you right.
They dad's
You right.
70 and he still ain't said it, Doc.
Right.
Dad got a problem, Doc. You grinding for that one,
Right.
Doc.
Right.
I ain't lying.
Yeah,
Good
it's a
Lord,
lot
you
of them, man.
70 and you still ain't said it.
Right. That's why I say, man, I know we hardwired by nature, but it's okay for all the fellas that's listening. It's okay to tell them you love them.
It
You
is,
know,
Doc. It
you
is.
know what I'm
And
saying?
then the scripture for y'all, just so y'all know, I know y'all like the scripture. And
Mm-hmm.
it's First Corinthians 3 and 13, the love chapter. And
Mm-hmm.
now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. You tell somebody you love them. I mean,
Right.
I don't understand it, bro. Like you say, you see your wife coming out, hey, babe, I love you. Or getting ready to leave. All
Right.
right, I see you when you get back.
But
Oh,
some of them so wild, man. They won't tell their wife or their girl they love them. But then they get out there on the block and pull out a little drink of beer, like, yo, I love you, man. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I'm
Like,
like,
your homeboy, man, like, bro, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the game back. You got the game twisted, man.
y'all got the game messed up, Doc. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
man.
y'all,
So,
bro, in order for y'all to, to keep y'all marriage right, bro, stay committed. Run
mm-hmm.
your mouth like you do at work when you around them all them other people and you doing all this. Communicate when you're at home.
Right.
Physical touch, how it is when you're at work. Some people at work you want to hug on everybody. How about hug your wife when
Mm-hmm.
she at the house? I'm just breaking it
Right.
down for them, Doc.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
go ahead.
compliment, don't criticize. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I tell everybody at work they doing a good job. You get home and tell your wife a food that's nasty.
See,
The the little things matter. You at work, you sweep the floor, and you get home, you step over a pile of trash, sitting in the middle of your floor,
you know what, Doc? I'm gonna
sweep it
let you.
up.
I ain't gonna cut you off, but keep going. You know what, Doc? That right there, what you talking about is another whole show.
It is,
about what you do at work versus at the house.
Doc,
But go ahead. But go
write that
ahead.
down, Doc. We're gonna
Yeah.
definitely do that one.
Yeah.
Know your spouse, Doc. Know her love language. Don't if you know she acts of service, don't try to give her gifts. It don't work. They don't match. It's like
Right.
oil and water.
Right.
And another thing too, that if your gift is if yours is acts of service, you
Mm-hmm.
may want to do acts of service to somebody else because that's what yours is. So you gotta, and that
Right.
may not be what they are. Like, I don't really need you to iron my clothes, wash my car. I kind of more
Right.
like gifts or whatever stuff like words of affirmation. They
Right.
may, and you trying to push your love language onto them, and that ain't gonna work
Mm-hmm.
either. So know your
Right.
spouse, Doc, and Doc, the same way my man so eloquently put it. When you on the block pouring out 40s for your homie, put it over there, they can see it. Pouring out for your homie. I
Yeah.
love you, dog.
Yeah. I
Tell your
love
wife you
you,
love him, dog.
homeboy.
Tell your
Yeah,
wife
you
you
know what
love
I'm
him,
saying?
dog. Just tell them
Yeah.
it ain't gonna hurt. Tell your son, your daughter, somebody you love them other than the boy you
Right.
pouring out the wine for on the block, dog. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So listen. Thanks for joining Man Talk 133. Till next
That's
time,
right.
y'all like, comment,
Comment.
subscribe, share. Till next time, we out.